What's good, everyone? Today we're looking at the Sugar Grove. It's located in the eastern part of Established Divide, and it's just south of the Hanks Refuge, I think it's called, and it's just on the border of the mire. Anyway, so we're just going to be starting off on the roof of the place here, and as you continue up the stairs, you'll be able to see that there's a vertibird that's been crashed, or not a vertibird, in this game it's a vertibot that's been crashed into the roof of the building. So on this side of the roof there was a relay tower, the vertibird, and if you continue on to the second part of the roof, you'll be able to see that there's a vertibot helipad. So once you check out the roof, just by going by the amount of vertibots that are on the roof, this is definitely some kind of a government facility. So after that, you can just hop down through the roof and into the main reception area. Once you hop down into the waiting room area, you'll be able to see that there's 2 reception desks, and they're not here now because I already killed them all, but there's quite a lot of Colonel Gutsies and Protectrons in this area, so make sure you bring a lot of armor penetration weapons. So after you clear them all out, you'll be able to go into the main building of the Sugar Grove facility. So once you go into the main area, you'll be able to see that there's a lot of filing cabinets in the middle of the room, and they're after being doused with gasoline. So you can tell here that what they were trying to do is the bombs went off and they were trying to burn any sensitive documents that were left in the facility. So there was probably some kind of weird conspiracy shit happening here. Once you come out of the main room, you'll be able to see that there's a lot of like boardrooms around here. There's nothing really noteworthy, so I would just like ignore everything apart from the main room. And after that, you can continue down this hallway here and get to this terminal. Project Siphon holotapes are a strictly controlled resource. Under no circumstances are they to be issued to anyone ever without my direct approval. In addition to being highly classified, just one of these tapes is twice the annual budget of our entire division. If you check one of them out, the system will log it and you'll be answering to me. So once you're finished reading these terminal entries, you can leave this room, turn right and go back to the original hallway, and where you turned right last time, you're going to turn left here. You can continue on up to this room here where it's some kind of an engineering lab, and if you continue to the back of this lab, you'll be able to find some a terminal with a lot of blank holotapes here. So first we're looking at Project Locus. It's the development of self-directed vertibot swarm capable of accessing enemy installations, hacking into mainframe systems, and extracting data of interest. Engineering estimates indicate that vertibots equipped with Project Locus technology could approximately be the size of covert actions by the swarm of vertibots. Next is Project Siphon. I've already gone through this in Project Siphon. Basically, Project Siphon was a way of constructing holotapes that have 200 times the capacity of your typical holotape, hence why there's a lot of blank holotapes left next to this terminal. You would be using one of these Siphon holotapes in the mission where you're trying to become a member of the Mistress of Mysteries. So the next research project is Project Barrier, and the Project Barrier is developing an EMP suppression field capable of dampening gamma radiation, providing a counter to radiation weapons and enabling agents to operate in the aftermath of a tactical nuclear strike. And even though the initial tests were promising, this was cancelled due to the power usage that would be needed. The next project is Project Spotlight, and the purpose of it was to develop a neutrino pulse emitter capable of remotely scanning enemy installations and reconstructing an internal map of the facility. The field test of the Spotlight was conducted on civilian office building on the 6/22nd, and casualties were caused by sudden mass psychotic episode resulting from the scanning instead of the scan itself. Although Spotlight technology has potential military applications, its usefulness is questionable. The final project we're going to be looking at is Project Pulsar. Project Pulsar is to develop a tactical EMP pulse weapons to use in agents in disabling and destroying robots and electronics. Once you finish looking at the lore in these research terminals, you'll be able to go into the main communications room, which is located underneath the DEFCON sign. Once you enter this main communications room, you'll be able to see the logo of the Sugar Grove SIGINT, and if you hop over all these desks, you'll be able to see a map of the West Virginian area. If you continue on to the front desk here, you'll be able to see a tape talking about the Motherlode project.
I'm William Breyer, investigative reporter for the Charleston Herald. I'm currently standing just outside the security fencing of one of several Hornwright industrial sites that have cropped up around the area in recent months. I'm here tonight to try and get some answers about what has become known in certain circles as the Motherlode Project. Could this be the answer local mining families have been looking for? A series of new mining projects that could reinvigorate the local economy? Or, as the environmental groups have suggested, could these be a fresh set of toxic disposal sites, poisoning the ground beneath our feet? At the very least, according to local experts, the area's recent increase in seismic events can almost certainly be tied to these sites. And now I'm here to see for myself what's really going on. I've just made my way up to a small gap in the first line of fencing. The security here is intense. Barbed wire, armed guards. Feels like a war zone. I'm making my way over a small ridge and Mother of God! Ground shaking and... Oh my God. What is that? Hey, you! This is private property. Shit, it's that reporter. Jesus. He's got a gun! Gun? Wait, this isn't a... Ah!
Once you finish listening to this holotape, you'll be able to go back up to the top of the room where you'll be able to find a division that Curtis Wilson from my last video was part of, which is the cryptid sightings.
Beverly Solomon, cryptid analyst, 9/27/77. Grafton Monster Witness Report. Well, this is from one of those spelunkers that roam the hills looking for abandoned mining claims. Can you imagine? Well, the classic 4-foot wide shoulders, headless profile, deep sonorous cry. They got a good glance at it. The witness didn't know what it was, but the description is very clear. It came out when she started playing mouth harp, apparently. I'm gonna go out to look. Maybe that sound is the key. Beverly Solomon, cryptid analyst, 10/4/77. Snallygaster witness report. Another interesting tidbit from the locals, this time about the Snallygaster. This one's for you, Teddy. Alright, so the witness overheard a loud, shrieking sound and was rushed by a dark shape in the woods. It was leaping at them, or maybe flying. They took shelter in an old German settler's barn, and it couldn't get at them, which is what really interested me. It screamed and hollered outside all night until dawn, but they knew the 7-pointed star on the wall outside would keep them safe. Yikes. Guess I know what my next tattoo's gonna be. Beverly Solomon, cryptid analyst, 10/25/77. Wendigo witness report. Ooh, this is a spooky tale. Okay, so this is my own personal sighting. I was up at the ski lodge this past week, enjoying some well-deserved R&R. I guess I can never really be off the clock, though, because I happened to see something hunched on the slopes ahead of me. I thought it was some old coat, you know? I was moving pretty fast, so I was just trying to avoid it. Anyhow, it just unfurled as I get close. Must have been 10 feet tall, but just all skin and bones like a dead dog. It had a deer's skull cracked open in its hands from the fresh kill it was eating. And as I go by, I get this powerful cold feeling through my bones. I thought to myself, you know, Bev, you really lucked out getting that tattoo before coming out here on this trip. I can't imagine what kind of things I'm going to see next.
Anyway, that's all the lore of this area, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you did like the video, remember to tell me what you thought about it in the comments. And if you really liked it, make sure to hit a like. And if you want to know when I post a video, remember to hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for watching this far. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.